Right now at 6, a 12-year-old is dead and police are searching for answers. New details on a Buffalo shooting that killed this boy and injured a young man. And head coach no more. The Sabres dropped Phil Housley after last night's win to end a rough season. Jason Botterill explains why they've decided to change the team's leadership.
It's been another warm but cloudy day across western New York, but now we've got some raindrops heading our way. I'll let you know how much and how long it sticks around coming up in your 401 forecast.
You're watching News 4, your local news leader. Now, live from Buffalo, this is News 4 at 6.
Good evening. We are following two major developing stories on this Sunday night. Buffalo police have identified the boy who died from a stray bullet last night, and the Sabres have fired now former head coach Phil Housley. We'll get to the Sabres' swift decision to make that change shortly, but first we want to start with the latest updates from Saturday's tragic shooting. Buffalo police are continuing their investigation into what led to that shooting near William and Mortimer Streets last night. News 4's Marley Tuskus joins us live outside police headquarters with the very latest. Marley, what can you tell us today?
Have identified the 12-year-old victim killed in last night's shooting as Bandar El-Wasim. They say that he was just standing inside his apartment that sits at the intersection of William and Mortimer Streets when a stray bullet went through his window and hit him. Now, according to Buffalo Police Captain Jeff Ronaldo, shots were fired at a car at the Town Gardens Plaza parking lot just after 8:30 last night. That's when El-Wasim was hit, and a 22-year-old was shot multiple times at a different area on William Street. Buffalo police have yet to identify that 22-year-old victim and could not say whether he was the intended target in the shooting, but Ronaldo says he is in stable condition, and police plan to speak with him at some point this afternoon to find out more information. Now, Buffalo Crime Stoppers is offering up to a $7,500 reward, and the FBI is offering a reward up to $5,000 to anyone with information that leads to an arrest and indictment of the person or people responsible for the shooting.
I want to let the community know that we are working with local, state, and federal law enforcement partners on this crime. And the Buffalo Police Department will not rest. We will continue to look for the person or persons responsible.
You know, we've talked about this time and time again, this nonsense violence. That's why we need people to cooperate. We need people to come forward. As we've seen in all of these cases, when people come forward, when the community cooperates, we make quick arrests. We've made arrests in a matter of days in some of these homicides.
Now, Buffalo police were still on scene this afternoon. Several Buffalo detectives appear to be searching in the parking lot of those Town Garden Plaza where they say the shooting took place. Buffalo police are asking anyone with any information to contact their confidential tip line, either by text or call. That number is 716-847-2255. And we will, of course, continue to update this story as we learn more information, both here on News 4 and on our website, WIVB.com. As for now, reporting live outside of Buffalo Police Headquarters, Marley Tuskus, News 4.
And to our next top story tonight, the Sabres general manager has fired the team's head coach. Jason Botterill addressed the decision with the media just a short time ago. Nick Filipowski was at that press conference and joins us now with more. Nick?
Yeah, well, Erica, GM Jason Botterill said very matter-of-factly that owners Terry and Kim Pegula didn't really have much input when it came to the firing of head coach Phil Housley. Botterill said he woke up this morning, made his recommendation to the owners, they accepted it, and then he proceeded to fire Phil Housley after only 2 years on the job. Now, when Housley was hired by this franchise 2 years ago, it was a move that was championed across the league, but as we now know, the results were certainly not there. This team ascended to the top of the NHL standings on the heels of a 10-game winning streak in mid-November, only to become the second team in NHL history to win 10 straight games and then miss the playoffs. The GM spoke from a prepared statement when meeting with the media earlier this evening, saying he enjoyed working with Phil, called him a great person, but added he's no longer the man to lead this organization moving forward.
Today certainly wasn't an easy day, but the results in the second half were just not there. We were very inconsistent. Our fans expect more. We expect more. In the end, I thought this decision had to be made for our organization to move forward. We are all responsible for the success and failures of this organization. We are certainly not pleased at where we're at and where our results happen this year. We all need to be accountable and not make excuses.
Now, Bottrell mentioned multiple times when meeting with the media that this is a results-based business. And if you remember, just about 10 days ago at the NFL owners' meetings in Arizona, both Terry and Kim Pegula did not sound like they wanted to have to go through another coaching search. But here we are. As the owners, they are now searching for their 5th head coach since purchasing the team in 2011. We are going to hear more from GM Jason Bottrell coming up in sports. Live at KeyBank Center. Erica, back to you.
Thank you, Nick. And the Sabres owners, Terry and Kim Pegula, also released a statement about the decision to fire Housley. They wrote in part, "We appreciate Phil Housley's effort over the past 2 seasons. He will always be a respected member of the Sabres organization. We support the decision made by Jason today." You can read the entire statement by the Pegulas on our website, WIVB.com. Now, we are also following breaking news in the town of Tonawanda tonight. Tonawanda Police Lieutenant Thomas Haynes says what's going on here in this scene turned out to be a dangerous crime known as swatting, where someone called in a threat at a home that turned out not to be true. We are working on gathering more information, and we'll bring you an updated report to this tonight at 10 and 11. Well, changing gears now to Buffalo's most accurate forecast as we get you ready for the week. It was another warm day to spend outside despite the clouds. Meteorologist Andrew Baglini joins us now. And Andrew, it doesn't look like it's going to stay as warm this week as we got to enjoy today.
We do have some unsettled weather, and it's going to be kind of an unsettled pattern, I think, for most of the rest of April. And what I mean by that is I'm not expecting any major warm-ups, not really expecting any major cool-downs either, kind of right around average. We'll get a few days above, a few days below, but we do have a few storm systems that we got to get through, kind of just inconvenient nuisance-type weather. That's why I said it was so important to just enjoy the stretch we've had this weekend. 66 our high in Buffalo. We were 15 degrees above average. Certainly felt like it. You take a look at those temperatures right now. We've still got a lot of 60s out there. In fact, a little surge of warmth down around Chautauqua County. Not out of the question we could reach upper 60s, close to 70, but that window is starting to close. Breeze picking up out ahead of the storm system that's heading our way. Kind of feel it in the atmosphere. You see those cloudy skies. The radar pointing to a few raindrops trying to materialize up in northwestern Pennsylvania. Most of this still a couple hours away, though, but as we see that sunset, showers will start to make their way in. There's that storm system. A lot of this rain is going to focus to the north, but we'll see these showers and maybe even hear a few rumbles of thunder late tonight as the storm system rolls through. The bulk of this rain falls late tonight into the very early morning hours tomorrow. We'll likely still deal with some of these showers as you head out the door, so make sure you have an umbrella. Not going to need it all day, though, as we get into the afternoon. The showers clear out. We should catch a few peaks of sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Rainfall amounts generally looking around a quarter of an inch across the southern tier, half to 3/4 of an inch here in Buffalo. No concerns for flooding, but it is going to be pretty wet out there. Coming up in your full forewarned forecast, will give you a better idea of what to expect for the rest of the upcoming week. Erica?
All right, thanks, Andrew. Also tonight, the Friendly's restaurant in Hamburg has closed. A note left on the door of the restaurant apologized for the sudden closure and encouraged patrons to visit other locations. There's no word yet on if any other Friendly's locations in Western New York are closing as well. We have reached out to Friendly's corporate office to learn more. One person was injured when their car flipped several times on Route 5 in the town of Hamburg. This happened around 1:30 this afternoon near Dover Road. The driver was taken to ECMC. The cause of that crash is under investigation. 5 different fundraisers and a $10,000 goal. Straight ahead, the personal connection a local high schooler has to the cause she's raising money for. And Bowling for a Cause, the event raising money for cancer patients in Western New York.
You're watching News 4 at 6 with Erica Brecker and meteorologist Andrew Baglini.